Follow me to the exit. I know what you're going through.
Hey guys, what is up? Zach here today from Cavaliers Nation, and today I'm bringing you guys all another video, and in this video today I'm going to be doing the top 5 Cleveland Cavaliers to ever put on a Cavs jersey. I worded that wrong. The top 5 players to ever wear a Cavs jersey. So for these players to be on this list, you don't need to actually be good as a Cavalier. You just got to have a really good career, but then have worn a Cavaliers jersey once within your career. So you can play a season for the Cavs, you can play like however long you want for the Cavs, and you can be on this list. You just got to have a good career. Now, I just want to throw out some honorable mentions who didn't make this list before while filming this. And that is Mark Price, who I know I'm showing all the highlights of this, right? He'd probably be number 6 on this list anyway. So, Mark Price. Who else? Kevin Love, Brad Daughtry, Zoronis Ilgauskas, and the Henny God himself, J.R. Smith, are the real King James Jones. So, yeah, those are the honorable mentions right there. And let's get into the video with number 5. At number 5 on this list, we have arguably the best ball handler in the history of the game, Kyrie Irving. He hit the biggest shot in 2016 finals, lifting the Cavaliers to their first ever title alongside LeBron. After a blockbuster trade sent him to Boston, the 6-time All-Star and former Rookie of the Year is now the face of one of the most talented squads in NBA history from the most championships that they have racked up. If you ask me, Kyrie Irving would be higher on this list if it was just best as a Cavalier, because he probably would be number 2 on this list. But due to the fact that this is a list based on players to ever wear a Cavaliers jersey, this only gets Kyrie Irving number 5 on this list. A defensive juggernaut, Nate thrived in the 60s and 70s, protecting the rim with his athletic size standing at 6'11" frame. He recorded the first ever quadruple-double, 22 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists, 12 blocks in 1974. And his number 42 has been retired by the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. Now, I know Nate did play for the Golden State Warriors, but he still is an NBA legend to play for the Cavaliers. His prime was with the Warriors, but the Cavs did retire his jersey just in honor of him. Not to mention, rest in peace, Nate Thurmond. He died in 2016. Wade has the rings and the stats to put him squarely in the conversation for third best shooting guard in NBA history, behind Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, obviously. Dwayne Wade is also the best rim-protecting guard in NBA history. He's a 3-time NBA champion, 1-time Finals MVP, 12-time All-Star, a scoring title champion, and career averages of 23, 5, and 6. For all I know, Dwayne Wade is definitely a Hall of Famer. For a guy officially listed at 7'1", 325 pounds, oversized career numbers are always a good place to start. He retired in the 2010-2011 season with 28,000 career points, 13,000 career rebounds, and 2,735 career blocks, placing him 8th on the official list. He was a 15-time All-Star, 8-time All-NBA first-team pick, and of course, he's got those 4 rings with them 3 Finals MVPs. He only managed to win 1 MVP throughout his career, but he did have a really good career, and therefore he's a pretty obvious pick for second greatest player to ever wear a Cleveland Cavaliers jersey. Through his time as a Cavalier, though, he only averaged 12 points.
I'm LeBron James.
Exactly how I would describe LeBron's reaction as he shares a hug with Kyrie. We'll get in a minute, but he is still crying tears of joy. LeBron
I'm sorry, Doris.
No worries, Kyrie. LeBron, as soon as that buzzer sounded, your emotions let loose. Can you describe what you're feeling right now?
I set out a goal 2 years when I came back to bring a championship to this city. I gave everything that I had. I poured my heart, my blood, my sweat, my tears to this game, and against all odds, I don't know why we want to take the hardest road. I don't know why the man above gives me the hardest road, but it's nothing the man above don't put you in situations that you can't handle. And I just kept that same positive attitude, like, instead of saying, why me, they're saying this is what he want me to do. And Cleveland, this is for you. Oh!
LeBron, you did what no other team had been able to do, coming back from a 3-1 deficit in the final.
Okay, so I shouldn't have to explain why LeBron is number one on this list. You guys already know. Everyone knows this. He's the best player Cleveland's ever had. Cleveland drafted him back in 2003 with our first pick, and he got us our first ever championship. He's a 4-time MVP, 3-time NBA champion, 3-time Finals MVP, 30,000 career points, and he's the second greatest player of all time. That's right, I said it. Most Cavs fans say he's the GOAT, but I hate to say it, but he's not the GOAT yet. I think he will do it by the end of his career. He's my favorite player all time. I love saying he is the GOAT, but it's just everyone says he's not, and when I try to argue, I can never get a point through their head on why he is the GOAT. So we'll just stick with it. You heard it here. He's the second greatest player of all time right now, and he will be the GOAT by the time his career is over. But he is Cleveland's best player all time. 30,000 career points, 4-time MVP, 3-time NBA champion, 3-time Finals MVP, number one on the greatest Cavaliers of all time to wear a Cavs jersey.